Hi, I'm Sarah Donoghue and welcome to Project Fitness TV. I wanted to talk about building your summer body in the winter, not in summer and not in spring, in the winter. So when you do the big reveal in the summer months, it's already there and you have the body of Adonis. That is the key thing. Now, the important thing is to change your training regime. Don't do the same thing week after week after week. Every few weeks, mix it up a little. This encourages growth by changing your routine. You've got to really excite those fibers. So make sure that every few weeks you are mixing up your routine. Now also, when it comes to food, make sure you're not eating the same food time and time again because your body gets used to that. But also, the last thing you want is to get bored with the foods you are eating. So make sure you are mixing that up as well, but make sure you're keeping it clean. Are you after fast growth? Now, presuming you are, unless you're an endurance athlete, then you're going to be at your strongest right at the beginning of your workout. So make sure you're doing those heavy sets right at the beginning when you're nice and fresh. Are you feeding the muscles? Well, don't forget the building blocks of the body, BCAAs, branched chain amino acids. Now, those are going to help recovery and reduce fatigue, and they are so important. So make sure you are taking those, and remember, keep your protein intake high. Do you wear comfy baggy clothes in winter? Yes, we all do, but remember, at some point you're going to peel those off, and you need to know that what's underneath is what you want to put on the beach. So don't hide from what you look like under those clothes all the time. Be very aware that at some point you're going to be stripping off and you want to be beach ready. So of course, wear those lovely warm baggy clothes in the winter, but just be aware that you are building your body in the winter, getting ready for summer. So don't hide it too much. Enhance your muscle tone. Are you doing enough to enhance your muscle tone, which will make you feel really good? Now, I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but if you just spend a few minutes a week on a sunbed, then it gives you that healthy look and it makes you feel good. Now, find a low pressure sunbed that gives off more UVB than UVA rays. So that is the option there. It really can make you feel better. And also, your cells have so many receptors wanting that vitamin D, the sunshine vitamin, that even if it's dark and gloomy outside, just a few minutes a week on a sunbed will make you feel better. Now, I have done another video on Project Fitness TV, so do take a look at that, and that is about the sunshine vitamin, vitamin D, and it combats things like depression. It really does help with a lot of things, so take a look at that. So again, you know, if you really want to enhance the muscle tone, go on a sunbed just a few minutes a week. Do you comfort eat in the winter especially, and why? Now, if you're snacking on the bad stuff, and especially in winter, and you're wearing the baggy clothes, you are really going to pile on the pounds. So it's essential in winter, you know, when Christmas is here and everyone's eating chocolate, you're really aware of what you are putting in. Because with the dark months, you're probably not going out as much training or walking, and you're staying in, the days are shorter. So just be very, very aware of what you're doing. And it might be a good idea just to change what you buy at the supermarket, not in one immediate go, because of course that's a huge shock to the body and it could bore you and you won't like it. But just remember that don't have chocolate and biscuits all the time if that's what you comfort eat. Try changing it for something else. And I know when I say to you, try hummus and carrots, you think, oh God, I don't want that, I'd sooner have a biscuit. Many people would, but it's about changing how your taste buds feel. I fortunately never really had a sweet tooth. I crave something every few months, but that's rare. So it is important to try to change how your taste buds feel, because it might take a while, but in a few months, you'll be reaching out for something like carrots and hummus, or something really quite simple, even cottage cheese or a bit of honey and cottage cheese. You'll be craving something like that rather than the bad stuff. Now, the benefit also of you changing, if you have children, they will change as well. And if the children are eating better stuff, then it gives them better concentration levels at school. And better concentration levels means higher grades and better job prospects when they leave school. So if you start everyone quickly, or I should say when they're younger, then it's better in the future, especially for children. Because foods that are high in sugars and starches, then they make kids excitable. They lose concentration, and that's a problem when it comes to school. So again, get those kids concentrating, get the grades high, give them better job prospects whilst making the whole family healthy. Do you have the same daily routine? Are you stuck in a rut? So in winter, you're still going to be stuck in this rut, even more so because it's cold and dark and miserable outside. Well, if that's the case, start mixing it up a little. So in the morning, you might get up, you might have breakfast, you might watch some TV, then you might do some chores. Swap it all round. Do things differently at different times. Especially if you have something like an 11's in it. 11 o'clock, you know you're going to put the kettle on, you're going to have a cup of tea, and you're going to have some biscuits. It's not unusual, a lot of people do it. Now, if you mix everything up, then that's not going to happen because you're taking yourself away from that. So remember, mix things up a little, especially if you have a bad habit. Now also, if you go to the gym and you do 20 minutes of cardio and then you move on to weights, try mixing that up as well. Start with weights. And you may then be too tired to do cardio. And if you are, don't worry about it because you probably actually put more effort into the weights and therefore burned more calories, so it's more beneficial. And also you've saved yourself 20 minutes of time because you're not doing the cardio. So remember, keep mixing things up a little. And when summer comes and your friends are thinking, I wish I'd have started sooner, you're going to unwrap and you're going to have the summer body because you started it in winter. Right, well, I hope that has been useful for you and I hope you can start training for your summer body in the coming months. So by the time you unwrap, as we come into June and July, you're going to have the body of a god or goddess. Thanks for watching.